Hi students, this is Leah Hepburn and this is a mini lecture on how to begin the research process. We'll be covering generating search terms, how to use online databases, and how to perform an effective internet website search. So we're going to start with generating search terms. Generating a list of key terms will help you through sorting or filtering through the list of thousands of sources that you're bound to get when you use online databases like EBSCOhost. The challenge really isn't finding sources, the challenge is finding sources that are relevant to what you want to say. And we do that through filtering our search, and we filter our search by generating a list of key terms that are relevant and important. So I'm going to start with the example of animal rights. So my general topic is animal rights, but animal rights happen all over the world, so I'm going to specify United States. So United States is another key word that I'm going to use. I want to talk about the laws around animal rights, so another key term might be legislation. Maybe I want to focus on whales or dogs or monkeys. Maybe I want to focus on cosmetics and how animal rights affects cosmetics. When I get into an online database such as EBSCOhost, I'm going to want to connect these keywords by using the word "and" between them. The word "and" is going to generate a better and narrower list of search results. So it's important not to use long phrases when searching. So for instance, I don't want to type into my online database search box the following phrase, animal rights in Texas regarding the use of dogs for cosmetics or cosmetic testing. Okay. This is a long phrase. I don't want to do that. Instead, I want to delete all the words that are really unnecessary. And instead, I want to put the words "and" between all of my search terms. So animal rights and Texas and dogs and cosmetics. Okay, and by doing this, by connecting our search terms with the term "and," we're going to get a better list of search results. So let's put this into practice here online. So I'm going to open up an internet browser and I'm going to log on to my LCC library homepage. So the URL for that is www.laredo.edu/library. Check your spelling. Make sure that you're spelling all those words correctly. And I'm going to click Find a Database. So it's the fourth one down on the list on the left-hand side. Find a database. I'm going to search through these databases alphabetically. And here is now an alphabetized list of all the databases available to LCC students. I'm going to start with CQ Researcher because it's pretty easy to use. All the topics, all the sources in here are going to be about unresolved or debatable topics. I'm probably not going to have to use many of my search terms, many of my key terms, because as soon as I type in my general topic, it's going to generate a list that's pretty narrow already. So let's type in animal rights. And actually, let me go back right here. If you're still thinking about a topic, if you're not sure what you want to do, CQ Researcher actually generates a list of the hot topics, so the hot button topics in the media today, in society today. So you might want to take a look through these and see if any of them pique your interest. And once you do find something that piques your interest, type in that search term in this search box up here and click enter. All right, so this will generate a list of sources, and there's a couple of important things to look at in this list. The first thing is to look at the title, obviously, and the second thing is to look at the date. So here, animal rights, these two things have the same title, but they have two different dates. This one was published in June of 2013, so this is really current. But notice over here the topic, it's on livestock. Here it's on medical research and advocacy. And maybe, I'm more interested in medical research than I am in livestock. And 2010 really wasn't that long ago. Look down here, 1991, civil rights and civil liberty issues. And maybe I'm more interested in civil rights, but this is an old source. It's from 1991. Um, I'm going to guess most of you weren't even born yet. So this is an old source. And these two sources probably have more information for me to use that's going to be current and more accurate. So this short report was published pretty recently. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this one. And all right, so are protection laws strong enough? So this looks pretty good. Europe in the lead. See, this is focusing on Europe. Do we focus on the United States at all? I'd probably like take a look through all this stuff. U.S. crackdown. So yeah, I might be able to find some information in here that's relevant to my topic. But this is a pretty short source. You see how it's only like a couple pages long here. It's not really, it's like a little, just a little tidbit. So let's go back and see if we can see this longer source. So it's 2010, this longer source here. Let's take a look at it. Okay, this is really long. See, it's really long source. It's probably going to be like 40 or 50 pages. It's like a mini book. So this is going to have a lot of information for me to use. And if I read through here real quickly, it looks like it does talk about animal protection laws, which is really what I wanted to focus on. On this left-hand side, you'll be able to see a table of contents. So the full report, introduction, the overview, background information, the current situation, the outlook, pro-con. Let's click on pro-con. And when you click on this table of contents, it actually takes you directly to that section. So is the treatment of animals improving? Pro-con, is enough being done to protect the welfare of animals slaughtered for food? We have an expert saying, yes, enough is being done. We have an expert saying, no, not enough is being done. So in your argumentative documented essay, this might be an excellent place to look, the pro-con section. One other thing I wanted to show you in CQ Research is the Cite Now button. Right here, Cite Now. For all of your sources, you will need to include MLA citations. So when we click Cite Now, it brings up this other dialog box, and it gives you the APA style by default. However, if I just click MLA style, it'll give me the MLA style works cited information. And I can just copy and paste that right into my essay at the end of my essay. So this is really great. Cite Now button, table of contents, pro-con feature. CQ Researcher is pretty easy to use. Let's close out this window. Let's go back here. Right underneath CQ Researcher, we have EBSCOhost. Don't confuse EBSCOhost ebook with EBSCOhost. Those are two different things. You want just regular EBSCOhost. And there's a lot of things to click on when you get to EBSCOhost. So a lot of our debatable topics are going to be in the social and behavioral sciences topic. Don't click English and world literature unless you're focusing on something in literature, but most of our topics are going to be in social and behavioral sciences. So I'm going to go ahead and click social and behavioral sciences. Once you're here, I'm going to select all of these databases. I want to be extremely thorough. I want to look through all of these things. So select all and then click continue. And here we get to our search box. So this is where our key terms are actually going to come in and be very important. So I'm going to type in animal rights, and we'll see what that generates here. Just typing in animal rights got me 6,547 results. And the first one isn't even in English. It looks like it's in Turkish. So let's add something to this. Let's narrow our search. So I'm going to type in animal rights and United States. And I got rid of, right off the bat, a few thousand search results. Interest groups in pro-animal rights legislation, U.S. law on animal experimentation, a critical primer on eating animals. These all look very good. Let's just do one more to just narrow this perhaps even further. Let's do legislation. So animal rights and United States and legislation. Wow, okay, so I got the first two results back again, and now I only have 494 to look through, and they're all going to be a lot more relevant than the first list of search results. Notice what happens. Let's say I spelled legislation incorrectly.